What's up guys, it's Omar Farouk here from TryonLeague. I have the last part of the greatest players in NBA history series, my top 5 centers, which was clearly the most hardest because you have so many great players, and to rank these guys, I mean, it was just really tough, but I got my top 5, so let's go. My number 5 best center of all time is Shaq Daddy. Big Daddy, Big Aristotle, Big whatever. I mean, he had so many nicknames, it's crazy. Shaquille O'Neal. Amazing, dominant force in the NBA. No one had ever seen someone dominate the game like the way he did. 4-time NBA champion, 3 times Finals MVP, 15-time All-Star. You know, he averaged 24 points a game, 11 rebounds a game. 24 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, and 2 blocks a game. He was very dominant. Whenever he got in the post, it was over. You could not, stop him from scoring on you. He would just dunk it on you. And he had some very amazing games in the playoffs while he was with the Lakers. Like, he would have like 40 points and like 20 rebounds and like create like 5-6 blocks, and he would just basically will the Lakers to victory. There's such a dominant force. And he was also great for the NBA. The way he was, charismatic, and he just really had that loving spirit, and he loved to play the game. And he was great for the game, and he was a great player. My number 4 greatest player of all time is Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Great center, also very dominant, and also probably the most athletic big man in NBA history. I mean, he two-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, so both years he won Finals MVP. 12-time All-Star. He was the MVP of the league in 1994. He's the leader of blocks in NBA history. No, I mean, he just runs away with that stat. I mean, he averaged 3 blocks a game for his career, along with 22 points and 11 rebounds. And he was the guy, and he is the guy that really didn't have a lot around him. Like, when he won the championships, it was basically him. In the second year, they had an aging Clyde Drexler, and other than that, it was just a bunch of good shooters. But really, it was just him, and he just dominated. He was so good, and his game was so smooth and nice, and just a great player and a great person. My number 3 best center of all time is Wilt Chamberlain, the Big Dipper, and he is famously known for scoring 100 points in a game, which has never been done. The closest was Kobe with 81. But not only that, he also averaged 50 points a game that season. 50 points a game. He averaged 30 points for his career, and he averaged 23 rebounds a game. And they didn't used to keep track of blocks in those days, but this guy probably had a lot of blocks too, because he was a great defensive player. 13-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champion, 4-time MVP award winner, and I mean, he was kind of like Shaq was. He was like the big dominant force, at least on the offensive end. The guy who was getting it done on the defensive end, and the guy who won all those championships during the 60s and was really Wilt Chamberlain's, rival, was the great Bill Russell. Bill Russell was the defensive king of his time, and really of all time. Just would always send shots back at the opponent, always blocking shots. And he was a great leader for the Celtics in those years where they just dominated the league. He won 11 championships with them. That is remarkable, truly remarkable. 12-time All-Star, he was 5-time MVP. He averaged 16 points a game, 23 rebounds a game, and for a center, he averaged 4 assists a game, which isn't that bad. I mean, that's pretty good. So he was just such an amazing person for the game. He was really a great ambassador for the game, but he played hard, he played tough, and he played to win, and he won a lot. And I think, now the Finals MVP trophy is named after him. He is what the NBA should be about. But my number 1 center of all time is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I like he was probably the most all-around best center in NBA history. He is the all-time leader in points. He averaged 25 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, and 2.5 blocks a game. 6-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 6-time MVP, 19-time All-Star. He played for like 20 years. So you have to like, he played when Oscar Robertson was playing, and was able, from there he was able to play all the way until Magic Johnson's career was basically over. I mean, that's a long time, and he was playing at a high level for most of all those years. And I mean, not only he was a great defensive player as well, and he just blocking shots, got on all defensive teams. And like, I mean, he led the NBA in blocks in 4 seasons, and obviously scoring champion. Of course, if you're leading if you're the all-time leader in points, you gotta be scoring champion in a season. Just a great all-around player. And I mean, he was famous for that sky hook that he used to put up, which nobody could stop. And it's such a hard move to do, but he did it, and he is my #1 center of all time. So that wraps up the series, and I have some other interesting history stuff, but you know, now that the NBA season is over, off season's kind of settled down, I'm gonna be shifting, my focus, to the NFL now, because the NFL season's starting. But yeah, that's future stuff. And right now, all I need you guys to do is comment on what you like or don't like about the list. Subscribe, share this channel with all your friends, family, whoever. If you like this video, leave a like. And until next time, so long.